All right, let's get right into it. Ever feel like you're just stuck? Living the same day on a loop, hitting the same problems again and again? Well, we're going to get into the science of how you can actually break that cycle. And I mean, literally, create a new future for yourself. This is all based on the amazing work of Dr. Joe Dispenza. And it really all comes down to one thing: figuring out why we get trapped in the first place. And this is the question, isn't it? Why does this keep happening? We all want that great new relationship, or to finally feel healthy, or to not worry about money, but we just keep hitting the same brick wall. It really feels like you're fighting against the world sometimes, right? But what if the fight isn't out there? What if we're actually fighting against ourselves, against our own inner programming? This right here, this quote, is the key to everything we're talking about today. Dr. Dispenza's whole point is this: if you feel separate from what you want, if you feel that lack, you're basically chained to your past. That feeling of "I don't have it yet" is the very signal, the very energy that pushes it away. Kind of wild, right? So if you want to change what's going on out there, you've got to start by changing how you feel in here. Okay, so to really get this, we've got to look at our biology. And here's the crazy part. Most of us, and I mean most of us, are living our entire lives without even knowing we're stuck in survival mode. We're just constantly on edge, totally driven by stress hormones, always waiting for the other shoe to drop. And here's the bottom line: you just can't create a new, amazing future when you're running on the fuel of survival. So look at this. It really breaks down the two places we can live from. On one side, you've got that survival state. This is when you're just reacting to everything. You're swimming in stress hormones like cortisol, and your brain is constantly scanning the past to try and predict the next bad thing. It's a feeling of lack, of being separate from what you want. But then, look at the other side, the creation state. This is where you're proactive, you're creative, you're fueled by things like joy and gratitude, and you're focused on a future you're actually building. It feels like wholeness, like connection. And the most important part? You can't be in both of these states at the same time. It's one or the other. But this isn't just some mental trick or way of thinking. No, this gets deep into our bodies. It's physical. Your past experiences, especially those really intense emotional ones, they literally program your body to relive the past over and over. Your body basically becomes your subconscious mind. Think about how this works. It all starts with some event in your past, right? Maybe a bad breakup, a betrayal, something that really hit you hard. Instantly, your body is flooded with stress chemicals, and your brain, it takes what's called a snapshot, linking that event forever to that powerful negative feeling. Now get this. Over time, your body can literally get addicted to that chemical state. So even when the original thing is long gone, your body starts to crave that old familiar feeling of anger or sadness or being a victim. And without even realizing it, you start looking for situations that will give you that chemical fix. And that's pretty much how a belief is born. A belief isn't this big, mystical thing. It's just a thought that you've thought so many times it's become hardwired into your brain. It's an automatic program running in the background. So if your go-to thought is "I'm not good enough" or "nothing ever works out for me," that loop programs your body to feel unworthy. And that feeling, well, that becomes the belief you live by. Okay, so if we're basically wired to live in the past, how on earth do we break free, right? That's the million-dollar question. We need a real, practical way to stop this cycle in its tracks, to shift from that survival mode into creation mode. And the answer, maybe surprisingly, doesn't start in your head. It starts in your heart. And here's the technique Dr. Dispenza teaches. It's so simple, but it is incredibly powerful. Step 1, just bring your attention to your heart. Put all your focus right there. Simple. Step 2, start to slow your breathing way down. This sends a signal to your entire body that you're safe. And step 3, this is the magic ingredient: you have to feel an elevated emotion. And you don't wait for something good to happen to feel it. No, you generate it. You choose to feel gratitude or love or just pure joy right here, right now. And there's real science to this. When you do those steps, your heartbeat actually becomes more orderly and rhythmic. They call it coherent. Think of it like a soothing signal that travels straight up to your brain. It goes right to the amygdala, that's your brain's little panic button, the survival center, and it tells it, hey, we're safe, power down. It's like flipping a switch. The lights go off in the survival part of your brain, which then allows the creative, future-oriented parts to light up. Just like that, you've shifted from survival into creation. So getting into that creative state, that's awesome. That's step 1. But if you want this change to stick, if you want it to be permanent, it has to become a daily practice. It's all about rehearsing over and over again who you want to become.
You're basically practicing being a new person until it's not practice anymore. It's just who you are.
And this is where the rubber meets the road, isn't it? It's like, okay, I get the theory, but how do I actually do this when my old habits and thoughts are so automatic? Well, it boils down to a daily practice of unlearning your old self and, like we just said, rehearsing your new self. So here's the playbook. First, you have to catch yourself. Become aware of those old automatic thoughts. Notice when you start to complain or blame someone or feel sorry for yourself. The second you see that old program running, you're not in the program anymore, you're the one watching it. That's huge. Second, you mentally rehearse the new you. You close your eyes and you see yourself being that confident person, that loving person, that courageous person. And the cool thing is, your brain can't tell the difference between something you're vividly imagining and something that's actually happening. And finally, and this is absolutely crucial, you have to feel the emotions of your future right now. Teach your body what it feels like to be abundant, to be healthy, to be in love before it even happens. It's that combination of clear intention and elevated emotion that rewires your brain and literally reconditions your body. And look, this isn't just some nice, feel-good idea. The proof is in the pudding. Dr. Dispenza's work is backed by so much data and thousands of stories from real people showing that when you commit to this work, things you thought were impossible suddenly become very, very possible. I mean, just look at some of these transformations. We're talking about people healing from stage 4 cancers, Parkinson's, even repairing spinal cord injuries. People going from flat broke to total financial abundance, overcoming severe PTSD. And the craziest part? None of this happened because something outside of them magically changed. It happened because they changed on the inside. And if you want cold, hard data, here you go. In one study, they had people practice feeling these elevated emotions for just a few minutes each day. And the results were insane. In only 4 days, they boosted their levels of immunoglobulin A, which is a super important protein for your immune system, by an average of 50%. 50! Just from changing how they felt. Their inner state was literally changing their physical body and making them stronger. And this quote just nails it. It really sums up the whole challenge. To change is to be greater than your body, your environment, and time. That means being greater than your body's old habits, greater than the people and places that trigger you, and greater than the story that your past defines you. It's about deciding that your future starts now, not someday. So, it all comes down to this. The science is there. It shows us that we are not doomed to repeat the past. We have the power right now to unlearn who we've been and to literally create a new reality. The only real question left is, are you ready to step up and be the creator of your own future?